So someone here is going through a Alice in Wonderland effect. You may feel at this time like it's hard for you to get out of your brain or out of your mind. You may be overthinking a lot, overanalyzing things at this time. It's like you it's like you feel like you're stuck in your mind, or you feel like you're stuck in your brain, and everyone else is kind of moving forward without you. I feel like at this time you could be a little confused as to what's to come next. You could be confused in your future, wanting to know what comes futuristically for you. You could at this time be trying to migrate into peace, like you're trying to push yourself outwardly so that way you can experience the best experiences for yourself daily. It's like if you're someone who you're stuck in your mind 24/7, you're not really experiencing the day-to-day basis of life. You're not really experiencing things for what they truly are. You're kind of only looking at it from an inside point of view, which isn't always the best point of view. You could be wanting to give up on things, or not finishing things here. There's a need for you to kind of dive back into your creativity, dive back into the things that you are passionate about, the things that make you happy. You're overly stressed and overly worried about things that it isn't true. Like your mind is making up these things in your brain that's not necessarily true. You could be wanting to experience something different. You could be wanting to have a better outlook at life, but again, there's something that's just stopping you, and again, it's yourself. It's like it's you, you know. There's a need for you to realize that it is you, and you can overcome a lot of things. Someone here could be wanting to get a job. Um, you could be afraid that you're not going to get the job, or you're not going to get the part, or you're not going to succeed. Isn't true. I had a dream last night where it's like I was switching over from things that was toxic and not really valuable. How are you? Things that were not really valuable to me or my life. Things that was like weighing down my mind. It's like I switched over to a timeline where things were greater, things were bigger, the home was bigger. There was more space, more room. So it's like at this time, some of you guys could be migrating over to more successful type of a more successful type of balance within your life, within your world. Like you could not be feeling motivated at this time to do certain things. You could feel a lack of just wanting to get up and go. Like you have to push, you have to move, you have to get out of that funk, you know? You have to get out of your head, get out of your mind. It's so important not to live in your mind, because again, your outer reality of what you're experiencing has nothing to do with what you're telling yourself at this time. And this is not like a everyone's thing. This is like a certain individuals that, again, you're having this Alice in Wonderland effect of like just talking. Like you could be not necessarily talking to yourself, but you're mentally having conversations with yourself, and there's all of these different characters within your brain. That is kind of like that has something to say, that wants to say something, or that wants to get something out. But it's like there's a need for you to silence the voices, like figure out a way to not beat, but figure out a way to overcome the voices within your mind that is like just talking down, or that's a bad character, you know? It's like understanding why the bad character is there in the first place, understanding what is doing there, and then figuring out how to navigate with pushing out what isn't supposed to be there, pushing out the thoughts that isn't supposed to be there, pushing out the characters that aren't supposed to be there. You know, it could be a mental funk. It could be like a mental, like a cognitive expression of different people that you've met, different things that you've seen since you've been a child. It's like all of these things are surfacing up. You could be at a certain mid age, or you could be at an age where your brain is literally reforming itself. And so it's reading and generating out and getting an output of, again, all of this different trauma, different experiences that you had within your life. And it's like you just need to push forward with what it is that your mind is generating and outputting, because it's your mind at the end of the day. And if you're not satisfied with being what the output is, it's like you have to be the one to do something about that. No one else around you can do anything about that necessarily. You have to be the one willing to put in the work to actually study your brain, to analyze your brain and know what it is that you're thinking, know what it is that you want, how you want to reflect yourself. It's like you've been neglecting yourself. You've been neglecting your self care. It's like you're starting to be able to notice it in your look, like the way like your looks. You're starting to be able to notice that you haven't been taking care of yourself the way that you need to, or the way that you genuinely want to, and it's because you've been living more inside of your mind than outwardly. There's a need for you to get out of your head so that way you can actually live and actually do, like, say for instance, you tell yourself to go brush your teeth, and then you sit there all day and you don't brush your teeth, but you told yourself to go brush your teeth, and the brain automatically goes to um the next thought, and it's like you go days of doing this and you're not really realizing that, yeah, you may be telling yourself a certain thing, you may be telling yourself to go and do something, but if you're not actually living outside of the brain and doing that task, then you're just living in your head. And it's like you're going days of doing this. You're going days of not really realizing how much you are in your head. So there's a need for you to just sit back and analyze yourself a little deeper, and analyze what it is that you need to do to just overcome that obstacle, overcome whatever it is, and don't judge yourself for what you've done. Like, don't judge the outlook of yourself. Like, don't judge the output. Just do what's necessary and what's needed to change and shift.